Hey, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about the connection and the importance of copywriting in a landing page, because copywriting usually is exhibited either in the ads on print media or on a landing page, because copywriting highlights the importance of conciseness, which means that you have to create your content, thin it up to the point where user can just skim through the message and can make a decision or take an action. So to begin with, copywriting and landing page, if you are advertising on internet, that go side by side. You need to have a landing page if you are advertising on Google ads or Facebook ads. By the way, I've created a pretty balanced comparison between Google ads and Facebook ads, so you need to watch that video in this playlist. Get customers to knock your door crazily, which essentially highlights the importance that you need to emphasize or prioritize advertising on Google ads, and then in the long run, once you record Facebook pixels for retargeting purposes, you can retarget all those existing Facebook users using Facebook. But it's in the later half. The initial step is, of course, Google ads. All the traffic needs to be routed to a landing page instead of a website. The reason why I say so is because landing page is a sort of like a doorway, a gateway that highlights what you are selling, deliver a message, and then convince your reader to buy a product or service from you. How does this happen? A copywriting needs to have four things. A, conciseness. Two, it needs to have a strong heading. Three, it needs to show a promise. And last but not the least, it needs to have a money back guarantee. How do you do this? In this video, I'm going to talk about and walk you through all these four parts. So the first being conciseness. As I initially said, that the user has to skim through. It's a race against the time, and one is so busy that they would ideally want to skim through a content. That's where a copywriting comes into equation in your landing page. It needs to be so concise, to the point, focusing on the strength of your product or service, and then convincing your reader to read on and take an action. How do you convince your reader? You convince your reader through, coming to the second point, by having a strong heading. For example, in your heading, you can have 6 ways you can lose weight. I need to lose weight. Yeah, I get that. The second thing is, maybe you can use the numbers, maybe you can use why, or maybe you can use the questions. All of that is explained in detail in this blog post on beingguru.com. The link of this blog post is given in the description of this video. You can learn this in detail. But heading has to have a great opening. That being said, you need to clearly state what is your business about and what is in it for the customers. You talk about the promise. That comes with testimonials, the third part. Testimonials mean that, you aid all the happy customers who have used your product and services in the past. And, people like guarantees, people like testimonials, people like assurances. People do not want to be ripped off it, because eventually it's the money that is involved. So testimonial followed by a guarantee. A guarantee means, A, you create a scarcity, that there's a limited time offer, and then you give a guarantee, which means that you're giving a money back guarantee if someone does not like your product or service. I know a mentor, he's from Pakistan, and he teaches online. He teaches internet-based businesses, primarily focusing on search engine optimization. His name is Tanveer Nadla, as you can see in the picture. This guy gives a huge money back guarantee for the first 5 lectures. So you pay him money, you enroll into his course. For the first 5 lectures, if you do not like what you get, it's sort of like don't get a good feeling about the teacher or the content of the course. If you ask for a money back guarantee, you are refunded in full, no strings attached. This is the kind of confidence people have shown into his services, and now he's making huge amount of money, which is of course a byproduct of success. And the success is people are enrolling into his course, for internet-based businesses. Same goes for products, 48 hours money back guarantee. Services for that matter. If you don't like what you get, you can get a money back guarantee. The scarcity part comes before guarantee, which means that it's a race against the time. It's an essence. So limited stock, if you are selling a product, you have often experienced this in the case of products, maybe shoes, maybe handbags, that we've got a limited stock here, or it's the end of the season stock. So come first and get it before we run out of stock. So by doing this, you are creating a doubt in the minds of your potential customer that they need to take an action immediately before the company runs out of stock. And then, of course, after scarcity, you give money back guarantee. And this is how you pile up, a huge interest in your audience through your copywriting on a landing page, because we are talking about internet-based businesses. And one needs to skim through the content. It needs to flip the features into benefits. It needs to have a strong heading. It needs to create a bondage. It needs to show the testimonials of past successful, happy customers. And then it needs to create a scarcity. And then, of course, the guarantee. Copywriting is what you need if you want to sell on the internet, and that selling needs to be done on the landing page first before you route your traffic to the rest of the website. You can do this through the upper menu links. Now, your landing page needs to have 4 elements. The first you see on your screen is it needs to have a push notification. On beangguru.com, I use one signal push notification. Second thing your landing page needs to have is Facebook pixels. So we have discussed this in detail in our previous video where we have compared Google ads with Facebook ads. So Facebook pixels needs to be installed. So regardless of the medium, you're driving traffic to your landing page. By recording or keeping a track of their Facebook profile, you can use those IDs for retargeting when you advertise on Facebook in the long run, which means that everybody who has visited your landing page in past, they can be retargeted. That's how important Facebook pixel is. Third thing your website needs to have is an email opt-in form. By creating your email list and then sending them periodic newsletters, maybe once a month, twice a month, once a week, whatever you feel comfortable with, you can stay in the eyes of your customers all the time, because whoever has subscribed to your email newsletter, you'll be able to send them newsletter and announce your new product or announce your new services, give discounts, or get in touch with your targeted audience. So newsletter is very important, and the landing page needs to have an email opt-in form. The fourth and the very important last element your landing page needs to have is your social media icon. So you should not lose a chance of convincing your customers to like or follow your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and any other social media platform you're obsessed with. So if you want to build a traffic, you need to exhibit your social media icons on your website. So this is it. Recapping all the 4 elements landing page needs to have. It needs to have a push notification. I use onesignal.com. You can find a better service if you can. Since I've been using this service for a very long time, of course, I will vouch for their credibility. The second thing is your landing page needs to have Facebook pixels. That's for retargeting purposes. Third thing, email opt-in form. And the fourth thing is social media icons. This is it. That's a connection between copywriting and landing page on internet. The best way of driving traffic from your paid ads is to drive to landing page. Landing page needs to have a good copywriting. Copy needs to close a sale. Closing the sale means closing a deal. That's it. See you in the next video.